Sister spouses Princess Robyn Brown gets her direction once more, clasp. It's positively no mysterious that Robyn Brown is Kody's #1 spouse, regardless of how habitually the two deny it. It's become unmistakably clear to watchers that Robyn applies a colossal measure of control and impact over Kody's choices. She's sloped up her control strategies as of late, yet old clasps pass on fans to accept she's forever been like this. See what watchers are humming about on the web. Sister spouses fans point out Robyn Brown generally get what she needs. This season, fans have watched Robyn grasp the reality she can't get her direction with regards to the plural nuclear family. She regularly falls back on tears, irritating watchers. In past seasons, she generally figured out how to get everything she could possibly want, regardless of what. All the children moved around a ton, yet Robyn gets everything she could possibly want, a watcher as of late posted on Reddit. We as a whole concluded that Robyn should have been the primary individual to get a house, Mary partakes in a clasp from the show's initial days. My children have moved around a great deal, so we needed to get them in a home and settle as fast as could really be expected, Robyn adds. I found this one area, the grade school region they needed, the family's realtor says in her own confession booth. There were a couple of houses for lease in a little region, so we just cruised all over until we found something Robyn preferred. The remainder of the clasp highlights Janelle, Christine, and a portion of their kids examining how troublesome the Las Vegas move has been for them. Their rentals were 30 minutes from the school, which made it unbelievably challenging for them to get every one of the children out the entryway and to school on time. Angry watchers sound off in the remarks. Most different watchers concurred this clasp demonstrated Robyn Brown generally gets everything she could possibly want. Yet, additionally, it likewise demonstrates the other relatives earnestly did mind and invite her into the family. Other Redditors left remarks, including, could somebody at any point at last show all of this sh*t to Robyn and help her to remember how everybody exceeded everyone's expectations to focus on her and her children? What's more, if it's not too much trouble, circle back to each time she's lied about how they didn't, and show those young ladies too since they appear to have been programmed. I don't think Robyn knew how much the OGs had moved. I recollect around the hour of the Flagstaff move Robyn's head seemed as though it planned to detonate when the OG3 began taking about how frequently they had moved. This is vile. Princess Robyn gets what she needs once more. The earthy-colored family is a great deal of things, however they ensured when Robyn and her children originally entered the family that they were agreeable and invited. Here they truly made a special effort and set their requirements to the side to guarantee they felt significant. It's simply so insane to see Robyn and her produce was once celebrated as a pivotal investigation of polygamy, offering watchers an intriguing look into the ups and downs of plural marriage. Nonetheless, in late seasons, fans have become progressively frustrated with the show, and many point the finger solidly at Kody Brown and his fourth spouse, Robyn Brown. Pundits contend that their activities, mentalities, and relationship elements have estranged different spouses as well as wrecked the reason of the series totally. Here is an inside and outtake gander at how Robyn and Kody's choices have added to what fans see as the obliteration of the once darling show. Robyn's presentation and the change in elements. Robyn joined the earthy-colored family in 2010, not long after the show debuted. While at first invited by different spouses, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, her appearance denoted an emotional change in relational peculiarities. As the most youthful and freshest spouse, Robyn immediately turned into the point of convergence of Kody's consideration, a reality that didn't be ignored by watchers or different wives. Fans contend that Kody's preference toward Robyn disturbed the equilibrium of the plural marriage, as different spouses felt progressively sidelined. This developing gap worked out on screen, with Kody investing more energy with Robyn and focusing on her necessities over those of his different spouses. Over the long run, this preference has disintegrated the groundwork of the earthy-colored family and, likewise, the credibility of the show. Kody's change into a polarizing figure. In the early seasons, Kody was depicted as a charming and bold man endeavoring to keep up with solidarity inside his unusual family. Be that as it may, as the seasons advanced, his way of behaving turned out to be really controlling, pompous, and, on occasion, out-and-out confrontational. His once beguiling character has been supplanted by a more inflexible and tyrant disposition, which fans and, surprisingly, his own youngsters have scrutinized. Kody's reluctance to take responsibility for his activities has additionally filled disdain. His continued accusing of different spouses, particularly Christine and Janelle, for the family's battles has left watchers baffled. In the meantime, his relentless safeguard of Robyn has just set discernments that he's neglected the standards of balance and reasonableness that once characterized the family's polygamous way of life. Robyn's part in the family's break. Robyn's way of behaving has likewise drawn huge analysis. While she has frequently depicted herself as the peacemaker inside the family, many fans accept her activities recount an alternate story. Allegations of control, inactive forcefulness, and untrustworthiness have hounded Robyn all through the series. Pundits contend that she has involved her situation as Kody's number one spouse to subvert different wives, especially Christine and Janelle. One repeating grievance is that Robyn seems reluctant to contribute similarly to the family, both monetarily and inwardly. Her hesitance to work outside the home and her emphasis on buying a costly house in Flagstaff, against the desires of different spouses, have painted her as self-serving. Fans additionally disagree with her apparent absence of work to incorporate her youngsters with those of different spouses, further enlarging the familial separation. The downfall of plural marriage on the show. One of the center topics of Sister Spouses was the investigation of plural marriage and its exceptional difficulties. Notwithstanding, as the center has moved as a rule to Kody and Robyn's monogamous-like relationship, the show has wandered from its unique reason. With Christine and Janelle leaving the family and Mary consigned to a fringe job, the series presently feels more like an ordinary show fixated on one couple instead of a polygamous family. This takeoff from the show's establishment has distanced numerous watchers who were attracted to Sister Spouses for its straightforward depiction of plural marriage. Rather than a reasonable investigation of the way of life, fans feel they are watching the sluggish collapse of a family, and Kody and Robyn's focal job in this defeat has not slipped through the cracks. Fans' dissatisfaction with Kody and Robyn. The internet-based Sister Spouses people group has been vocal about its dissatisfaction with Kody and Robyn. Web-based entertainment stages are loaded up with remarks, images, and strings taking apart their way of behaving. Probably the most widely recognized reactions include preference. Fans are worn out on watching Kody focus on Robyn to the detriment of his different spouses and kids. Many feel this preference conflicts with the center standards of plural marriage. Control. Watchers frequently blame Robyn for controlling Kody to get everything she could possibly want, whether it's persuading him to move the family to Flagstaff or supporting choices that benefit her and her youngsters solely. Absence of responsibility. Both Kody and Robyn have been scrutinized for their refusal to get a sense of ownership with the family's breakdown. All things considered, they frequently divert fault onto different spouses, further estranging watchers. Bad faith. Kody and Robyn's activities frequently go against their words. For example, while they teach about family solidarity, their choices have reliably split apart relatives. The show's declining notoriety. Because of these issues, Sister Spouses has seen a decrease in both viewership and fan commitment. Numerous long-lasting fans have communicated their mistake, expressing that the show no longer feels credible or engaging. The consistent spotlight on Kody and Robyn, combined with the shortfall of authentic plural marriage elements, has left watchers addressing whether the series ought to proceed. A few fans have even called for tender loving care to drop the show or shift its concentrate completely to the existences of Christine and Janelle, who have left on new excursions post-Kody. Their accounts of autonomy and self-revelation have resounded definitely more with watchers than the continuous show among Kody and Robyn. Is recovery conceivable? While the present status of Sister Spouses might appear to be dreary, reclamation isn't completely too far. For the show to recover its previous magnificence, Kody and Robyn would have to recognize their job in the family's battles and put forth certifiable attempts to modify connections. Straightforwardness, responsibility, and a revisitation of the show's unique reason of investigating plural marriage could assist with winning back baffled fans. In any case, given the direction of late seasons, many accept that Kody and Robyn are probably not going to change. As the family keeps on fragmenting, the fate of sister spouses stays dubious. End. Robyn and Kody earthy colored's activities have evidently assumed a critical part in the downfall of sister spouses. From their apparent bias and control to their inability to maintain the upsides of plural marriage, their way of behaving has estranged both their family and the show's crowd. While certain fans hold out trust for a circle back, others feel it could be the ideal opportunity for sister spouses to end its run and permit the leftover relatives to recuperate outside the spotlight. Anything what's in store holds. One thing is clear, the tradition of sister spouses will constantly be entwined with the ascent long-running reality series Sister Spouses, is no more bizarre to sensational titles and polarizing conclusions. However, as of late, fans have been left in dismay over a stunning accomplishment that has ignited discussions across virtual entertainment. While the show has frequently featured Kody's battles to keep up with solidarity inside his plural marriage, this astounding accomplishment has surprised watchers and reignited conversations about his part in the family. Here is a more critical gander at the surprising occasion that has fans talking and the blended responses it has produced. The accomplishment that amazed fans. In a new episode of Sister Spouses, Kody Brown figured out how to achieve something that many accepted was unimaginable. He effectively joined a few of his alienated relatives for a solitary occasion. Given the rising pressure and fracture inside the earthy-colored family, this second was out-and-out supernatural. The social occasion, which incorporated a portion of his kids and exes, displayed an intriguing look at concordance, if by some stroke of good luck for a brief time. While subtleties of the occasion remain intently attached to the show's storyline, fans rushed to take note of the work Kody probably put into organizing the event. Why it's viewed as surprising. The accomplishment is especially astounding on the grounds that Kody has frequently been censured for his powerlessness to intervene debates and keep up with harmony inside his loved ones. Throughout the long term, his associations with Christine, Janelle, and Mary have disintegrated altogether, prompting detachments, separations, and public aftermath. Kody's apparent bias toward Robyn has additionally estranged his different spouses and youngsters, causing any similarity to solidarity to feel practically unreachable. For Kody to pull off an occasion where a few relatives could meet up without significant struggle was, for some fans, much the same as a minor act of God. Given the psychological weight and irritating issues inside the family, this achievement has been seen as an uncommon win for the earthy-colored patriarch. How fans responded. Responses to Kody's stunning accomplishment have been blended, for certain fans adulating his endeavors, while others still have some lingering doubts of his thought processes. Fans needed to say this. Acclaim for the work. Many fans recognized that uniting the family, even momentarily, was no simple assignment. They acclaimed Kody for moving forward and endeavoring to fix a portion of the harm inside the family. Get out whatever you need about Kody, yet this required exertion. Perhaps he's at long last attempting to make things right, one fan remarked via virtual entertainment. Doubt about expectations. Others addressed whether Kody's activities were real or essentially a method for rescuing his picture on the show. This feels like harm control. Kody realizes the fans are exhausted, so he's putting on an act to seem as though he wants to think about it, another fan hypothesized. Affirmation of the master plan. A few watchers brought up that while the social occasion was a positive step, it doesn't delete the long periods of harm and brokenness inside the family. It's a decent motion, however one occasion doesn't fix everything. The injuries run profound, and Kody has far to go if he has any desire to remake those connections, a fan composed on a conversation discussion. The effect on relational peculiarities. The occasion has likewise reignited conversations about the condition of the earthy-colored family and whether compromise is conceivable. While the social event might have been a positive development, obviously huge work stays to resolve the hidden issues. Christine and Janelle's points of view. Both Christine and Janelle have been vocal about their disappointments with Kody, especially in regards to his preference toward Robyn and absence of help for their youngsters. While they might have taken part in the occasion for their kids, it's impossible that their relationship with Kody will completely recuperate without significant changes on his part. Mary's situation. Mary, who has been alienated from Kody for quite a long time, keeps on exploring her own excursion of self-disclosure and freedom. While she might in any case partake in family occasions, her profound association with Kody has all the earmarks of being a relic of times gone by. Robyn's job. As Kody's #1 spouse, Robyn's attendance at the occasion was inescapable, however her relationship with different wives stays stressed. Fans estimate that Robyn's impact over Kody has been a main consideration in the family's breakdown, putting forth her incorporation in any compromise attempts a fragile matter. How this affects Kody's future. Kody's capacity to pull off this astonishing accomplishment has ignited discussions about his future inside the family and the show. While certain fans see this as a defining moment, others view it as a final desperate attempt to recapture validity. The genuine test will be whether Kody can expand on this second and move toward recuperating his broke connections. Pundits contend that for Kody to genuinely fix his family, he should address the underlying drivers of the brokenness, including his apparent preference, absence of responsibility, and inability to focus on his youngsters' requirements. Whether he is willing or ready to do so is not yet clear. The master plan for sister spouses. For sister spouses, this stunning accomplishment has added an intriguing layer to the continuous account. With watchers developing progressively baffled by the show's emphasis on show and struggle, minutes like this proposition a brief look at trust and reclamation. Notwithstanding, fans are partitioned on whether this is sufficient to keep the series drawing in and significant. As the show keeps on investigating the aftermath of Kody's choices, snapshots of solidarity and compromise could give a truly necessary equilibrium to the generally weighty story. Whether this is a one-time event or the beginning of a bigger shift is not yet clear. End. Kody Earthy Colored's new accomplishment of joining his family, even momentarily, has left fans stunned and started re-established interest in the elements of sister spouses. While the achievement is a positive step, obviously critical work stays to resolve the more profound issues inside the Earthy Colored family. Whether this second denotes the start of another part or basically a momentary oddity will rely upon Kody's eagerness to roll out enduring improvements. Until further notice, fans are left to conjecture and discussion the ramifications of this astounding occasion, with many trusting that it's an indication of better things to come for the Earthy Colors, and for the actual show.